Just when you thought we got rid of her, she comes crawling back, but this time she brings with her a book. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Kamala Harris out here writing a book about her time and how she became vice president, like anyone really cares. But from this hour and a half long interview she did, talking about a range of things, there were two particular clips that I enjoyed the most, just in case you couldn't stand to watch this whole thing.
And you talk about in the book as well, on page 47 of 107 Days, that they also didn't promote your accomplishments. Because when I read through all the research of the things that you had accomplished, I wasn't aware.
I know.
There doesn't seem to be a megaphone shouting about the things you accomplished. So
it's very frustrating. I can't even tell you. Frustrating and painful.
Really?
And also not just for me, but for the people who knew my career and knew what was not being said and what was being said.
What wasn't being said?
The accomplishments, the credibility of my leadership.
Words coming out of her mouth, but nothing seems to make sense. So he asks her point blank, what accomplishments? And she says, the accomplishments. my leadership. And then just stares at him. My goodness. And can you believe people wanted her to be our president? She couldn't even answer a simple question. What are your accomplishments? But then she goes on to make bold claims about things she would like to see happen here in America.
I think we have to do a better job of also focusing on being a bit more bold. For example, I think we should reduce voting age to 16. I'll tell you why. So, Gen Z, they're age about 13 through 27. They've only known the climate crisis. They missed substantial parts of their education because of the pandemic. If they're in high school or college, especially in college, it is very likely that whatever they've chosen as their major for study may not result in an affordable wage.
I'm confused. Is she trying to say that they're stupid? Because that's kind of what it it sounds like. They're stupid because they're picking professions that aren't going to pay them anything, and that they've only known the climate crisis, as if that means anything. So they have no life experience, no real understanding of the world, have no idea how to do anything in life.
They've coined the term climate anxiety to describe fear of not only being able to buy a home, but that fear will be wiped out by extreme weather, but fear of having children. It is expected that Gen Z will have 10 to 12 jobs in their lifetime. They are a larger number than boomers. They're a specific generation of people who are going to impact our nation and the world.
So everything she said doesn't really equate, at least to me, as a suitable reason to why the age should be lowered to 16. If anything, it should be raised to 21. Plus, you need to take a test. Very, very simple test. It'll be like a first grade level test, right? 5-10 questions max. Here's an example. Question number 1. Can men get pregnant? If they answer yes, boom, you're done. We're stripping you of your rights. Hell, I think we should even send them to Alligator Alcatraz.
And I think we must invest in them, but I think that they are rightly impatient with a lot of what is the tradition of leadership right now. And if they were able to vote, because they know everything that's happening right now is going to impact them more than anybody older than them, for the most part, in terms of how these systems work. If they're voting right now, at 16 and up, they're going to be talking about the importance of climate. They're going to be talking about the importance of figuring out how AI is going to affect the future of the workforce. They're going to be focused on what are we really doing about affordable housing. And basically in politics, here's the hard truth about this. There are two centers of power that tend to influence how politicians think. Groups that vote the most and people who write the most checks.
So yeah, that was completely stupid. But what would you expect from Kamala Harris? Who's actually to go out here, like actually give her money for her book? She didn't accomplish anything. You know what? I'm writing a book. My book will be $1 cheaper than hers. Buy mine. All the proceeds would go to buying my good boy more delicious snacks. Anyways, what do you guys think? Did anyone actually really watch that? I mean, I had to skip some parts. It was just a lot of trash and nonsense. Big old waste of time with that Mickey Mouse interview. Oh, and by the way, Christmas is right around the corner. So if you have conservative or Republican family members, be sure to buy that book for them. They are gonna love it.